And I could work for her for 6 weeks, and she'd be an amazing horse in 6 weeks. 6 to 8. Everybody's a little different, but if I don't get you on this line, moving her feet like this, you always want to swing the other way.
She's very one-sided. I thought for a while.
On this line, moving her feet, it does no good. She's gonna come here. She's gonna be the exact same.
See, for a while there, I thought she was hard of, couldn't see out of that eye. But the vet says there's no problem. She just does not like to turn that direction.
We'll get it going. I just want her to see if she's ready to settle down and fly spray. We give up? All right, there we go. Big relax.
Until she sees the fly spray.
That's okay. Even though they're not so bad today. There we go. I know.
That's piranha fly spray he's using. Willow thinks it's a real piranha and gonna bite her.
There we go. All right. I know, big scary.
She doesn't even want to be near it when it's on the ground.
All right. You can hold this for a second. I'm just going to brush that in real quick.
I know, baby. I know. He was the meanest thing. And I'm paying him to be this mean to you. I know. He's gonna groom you even. I know. Can you tell me all about it, baby girl? She's starting to get woolly. Look at that. He's gonna put me on her rope and William's at work, so I don't know how much I'm actually gonna be able to video today. I'm gonna do the best I can. Come on, baby. I know, he's the meanest. Oh. I might have to put this down if he's going to groom her. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's got a brush. That's the evilest thing.
All right.
She doesn't like her face done at all. Yeah, you're getting woolly, aren't you, baby girl? I just really don't see how one little horse in Pennsylvania affects so many people.
There we go. Okay. So, we're going to work on, or I should say what I would like for you to work on. We're going to try and do 4 exercises, and we're going to try and do something new today. Not what I just did. That was just, she was being really spunky. So, that's a good one to kind of knock it out. We'll see how she does with this. But yeah, just, we want to desensitize her to this thickened string still. So I'm just flogging it over her back. And the best way this works is you get that string out behind you extended, and you're kind of softball pitching it over her back, and then you just drop the stick right to the floor. And it tends not to, there we go. Nice cock leg. And it tends to prevent slapping. But it's okay if it does, because it's going to happen in the beginning. So we'll do this side. So she's not going to move. But if she moved, what I would do to prevent her from running in a circle is I'd bump her head. Bump her head so she'll swing that butt around. Let's see if we can. Come on, girl. Be scared. Of course. So she's going to not do it. But she's already cocked her legs, so we're going to take a break. That's a sign of her relaxing. And then we just rub it with her like a violin. That's, like the bow of a violin. And there's, when we're doing this, we do all the body parts. But for now, she's a little bit, let's see how she does. Yeah, she's a little bit shiftier today. So we'll focus on her back. And we're getting her legs inadvertently, and that's okay. Her butt and her neck. And then we want to make sure we do both sides evenly. Slap the ground. And when they're good, I do 3 reps of 10. I wasn't keeping track, but I go to 10, let's see, 9, 10, and then rubber with it. And then I do it 2 more times.
You're a good girl, Willow.
And then again, come over on the other side. And the tool tip is always pass your stick underneath your rope hand so it doesn't get tangled. Front. Then we're just pitching the rope over her. And it's the same deal. You're just dragging it to the ground out behind you, pitching it over. Behind you, pitching it over. Doesn't really matter where it goes. Just what we're looking for with this is we want something from this side of her body to be visible on that side of her body. So we just want her eye to be able to catch that rope coming across. Same thing over here. We're looking to start on this eye, end on the opposite side. Start on this eye, end on the opposite side. So let's try, what we're going to try doing instead of lunging, is she could use more changing of direction. Kind of settle her down. We're going to try the sending exercise. So when I'm doing this, rope in my hand with the OK symbol, and when I point up, I'm holding it with these 3 fingers. We want just a little bit of tension on that halter, and then her girth line, which is where we would be squeezing with our legs, is where we're looking to tap. But we want this shoulder to go out and around us, almost like we're making a C pattern. And when she comes across here, and her tail is right at this mark of my belly button, that's when I'm going to come in and yield her butt and get her to swing around. Now I'm going to let her get away with a couple lazy yields I'm sure she's going to do. But after she does a couple turns, we're going to come down on that butt so she really swings it around, because she's got the ability for it. So I'm just going to come in on that shoulder like we're lunging. 2, 3, 4, hit that shoulder. Let her go out, come across. And when we're doing this exercise, we want her to ideally be walking. Now we're going to let her pick her own gait, but we're happy with walking. So we're not trying to push her to go any faster. This is a sort of combo sensitizing, desensitizing, because eventually what we'll do with this is we'll pin her up against the fence and we'll start closing the gap and we'll have her slipping right past our belly. But because she has a tendency to kick out, we want to keep her at the distance of this stick right now. So we're going to try it again.
It's a wise choice.
See, this side's already more sensitive. That's good. We go back the other way. Work on that halter since she's trying to come forward. Change hands. There we go. That was better. That was better. That was better. Nervous going that direction. Extend our string out here so she's far enough I can reach her. Oh, that's never happened before.
Is it caught in her tail? Oh my gosh, you wrapped it up in her tail.
Okay, let's get her.
Okay, hold on a sec, I'll get it.
Oh no, I'm making sure she's not gonna kick out on me because that's a good. I'll make sure she relaxes. Oh, she's got it. I see what she's doing. You're pinching it.
She had it up against her hoo-ha there.
That was the first.
See that, Willow? He's always going to remember you now.
I thought you were going to learn your lesson after that one. We don't want her really to face us. We want her facing. There we go. We want her facing our shoulder like that. Whoop, that was my fault. Break right there. Show her that's the rest spot.
Don't look at me. I'm not going to save you. He's going to force me to be mean to you today.
Another trick is, whatever it is, wherever you want them to find that stopping spot, make that your rest spot for the workout session. It helps create a magnet to that area. If I let her take a breath for a minute, I love how she's just watching me. But if we let her take a break there for a minute, hopefully she'll realize that's the rest spot. When she comes back around, she'll get there. So, okay, let's try again. Nice, calm walk. Keep going. There we go.
I see what she's doing. She's trying to anticipate.
Yeah, and that's fine. They're all of them are going to do that. That's literally, it comes in to play later on where, I mean, that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're trying to set up that whole anticipation so that when I point, she anticipates this stick. knows she's got to get moving. It's always ugly in the beginning. You don't worry too much about all this head throwing she's doing, and she's got her tail up.
Oh, she carries her tail up naturally.
She'll just, believe me, the more we do this and the more relaxed she gets, she will not do that stuff. That is not breed traits. That is not some horses just do it. That is a sign of a nervous horse. The more relaxed we get her, the more flat her back will get. There we go. She'll start leaving that tail relaxed. Her lip will start hanging all the time. She'll look like she's drugged.
Oh, I've seen her drugged when she arrived.
Keep going. There we go. There we go.
She was
correction on her part.
She was so drugged when she arrived that she literally laid down for 3 days. I don't know what he gave her, but she was a zombie.
Yeah, I have never had to have one of my horses drugged. The one time we came close was the dentist, and he always tries without any sort of sedatives first, and then when I got a sonogram done on my mare, the vet always tries doing it without sedatives first. And they both, I mean, she stood there like nothing was going on. I couldn't believe it.
When she had her sonogram, she was drugged to the eyeballs because the vet already knew her, and she was still half wild at the time.
Move your feet except for that. No, come on. Except for that step where she's swinging her butt around. There we go. We want to really reinforce her keeping that butt away from us. That's sort of taking care of the kicking issue. She thinks you're always going to get her butt. She won't put it towards you.
You do realize that
she's already very much not forward. That was the easiest time I've ever gotten a horse to move their shoulders for lunging for respect stage 2. She's really doing a good job there. Let's bring this in. Come on.
you do realize she knows how to play me like a violin, right?
The key is rhythm in your pressure. And once you see, like with her sign for me is her eyes get real wide. So once you see the whites of those eyes, you know you don't need to increase the pressure. You just have to be patient while she thinks it through. And she's going to go through a couple different decisions. Okay, I guess we'll unstick your feet again. There we go. She just needs to work. Now is she's getting sticky on that coming to me thing, so I'm just pulling her off balance a little bit, getting her feet unstuck. And you notice how the more she moves her feet, her head goes down more.
Mm-hmm.
Stick them feet. Head goes up all high. There we go. There we go. So.
It's a bee house waving a bee away.
The program that Clinton kind of puts together is, yeah, it kind of helps if you're a little athletic to do it, but anyone of any age can do this, because anytime you're at a point where you need a break, it's great because it's not a waste of time. You just like I did, we get her stopped, we get her into us, we always want to rest her next to us. Some people like to stand up here. Some people like to stand at the shoulder. If you watch horses, this is where Clinton and I would disagree, because he's going to stand up here. But if you watch horses, they stand at each other's shoulder. That's respectful. Being up here is rude. So I like to be playing with that idea and concept of natural horsemanship. I like to be how they would be. They would be here. I don't know if she's gonna try it on me if she's that kind of horse, but
Waving flyway.
scratching her withers, how they groom each other. She might try to go for my back pocket if she does. I don't know if she does that kind
No,
of stuff.
she's
with
bending
my
her
hand.
head in a little bit.
Huh?
She's bending her head in towards you a little bit.
So she's wanting to mimic. We're mimicking that behavior.
Yeah, she's actually bending towards you.
And
Really
this
a lot.
helps with catching her. She associates you with rest. But what I'm going to do, now she's going to move her butt a little bit, but I'm going to come back where her butt is, because if this is your safe spot, yeah, she could kick you with this leg, but I'm not that worried about that with her.
No,
doing
she's
this
never kicked with
exercise.
one leg. She's always a double barreler. She goes for the gusto.
So we're back here because if she decides to move her butt, she's going to move her butt that way so she doesn't step on us, and then we don't get stepped on by the front feet. I've made that mistake.
That feels good, doesn't it? It feels so good when you do
So,
that.
We're doing just like a magic trick where we're going to extend our hand down and flex her around. We're going to put our hands on her spine. When she turns in, release as quickly as you can. And in the
All right.
beginning, it's going to take you a little bit to get the feel for what it is, because the result of flexing is almost your own choice as to how far they go. Now she's flexible enough that she could touch her rib cage. That's freaking great. We want her to beat our hand. Now when we're on the ground flexing, our goal is to get her to hit right here on her rib cage, not her shoulder, not her elbow, but right here on her rib cage. When we're on the saddle,
Like when she sniffs her foot when you're in the saddle.
yes,
About right there.
yeah, right when you're in the saddle.
Okay,
and
I'm
she
gonna have
spins
to-
her- that's where we're gonna shoot for under saddle.
I'm going to end this now because I'm almost out of battery. If you
There we
like
go.
this video, subscribe and like and comment below. And Nick will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Love ya.